Good morning, my fourth graders. Welcome back. This is lesson 1.3, compare multi-digit numbers. Our target is to use place value to compare two multi-digit numbers, and our criteria is that I can explain how to compare two numbers with the same number of digits. I can use the symbols less than, greater than, and equal to compare two numbers. This lesson is going to be very easy and simple if you understood this place value. Okay, so hopefully this is one that you enjoy the lesson. I mean, one of the many. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead. Goal, make the greatest number possible. Draw a number card. Okay, so um, there's a limit, okay, that I can show you in here. So I'm going to use the dice, okay? So I'm going to use a dice and then I'm gonna just pick random numbers and choose a place value for the digit and write the digit in the place value chart and continue until the place value chart is complete, okay? And after you finish, you need to compare your number with your partner's, okay? And compare whose number is greatest. All right, or greater, okay, if you can compare with two or three. All right, so in here, I have dice, online dice in here. So I just simply Googled it, online dice, and it came up. And I'm going to pick the number to roll it. Yes, first number is 4. So I'm going to write it down. 4. Okay, that's my first number. And second number, I'm gonna roll it again, is 3. Okay, and then, no, this way. Okay, my third number is 1. 1 and 3 again, and, oops, and 8. I have 5 numbers so far. I'm going to pick one more number, which is 7. Now I'm going to make the greatest number possible from these 6 digits. Okay, so guess what? I'm going to pick 8 to the 100,000. Okay, so 800,000. And the second greatest digit is 7 in here. So I'm going to use the 7 for the tens thousand. Okay, and the third greatest is 4, and so on, and 3, 3, 1. Okay, this is my number that I got from this online dice. So now it's your turn to make your own number and compare your number with your partner's. Okay, all right, that's the activity for today. And then explain your strategy to your partner. How and why did you make that number? Okay, just explain and talk to your friend. Okay, all right, that must be fun. All right, next page. I'm just gonna go move on. Example: compare 8,465 and 8,439. Now, first step or first way to compare is to use the place value chart. Okay, but sadly, this chart is not going to be provided every single time unless you can make. All right. So what we are gonna do just follow these steps first, and then I'm gonna tell you how to do it easily. Okay. Now start at the left, which means what? 8,000, the greatest number first. Okay, greatest place value I meant. Okay, don't get me wrong. Greatest digit and greatest place value is different. Okay, so now step one, compare the thousands. So 8,000 and 8,000, they're what? Equal, right? So you can just put this equal sign. And step two, compare the hundreds, which is 400 and 400. They are also equal. And step three, compare the tens. 6 tenths versus 3 tenths. Which one is greater? Yes, 6 tenths. So this 8,465 is greater than 8,439. This is too easy, right? I know. You don't have to compare the ones digits because the tens digits are already different. So there's no point to compare these ones digit, okay? All right, now let's, sorry. Okay, now let's move on. Write which place to use when comparing the numbers. All right, let's see. Since these thousands are same and hundreds are different, so we are going to use what? Hundreds place. What about number two? Thousands are equal, hundreds are equal, tens are equal, but this ones place is different. Okay, so now we are going to compare the ones place. And let's move on to number three. 10,000 place is equal, but this 100,000, right, place is, okay, this, yeah, did I say 100? I'm sorry. I just forgot. Okay, thousands place is different. So we are going to use what? Only thousands place. Now let's do this 4 through 9, okay, together. And from next page, I want you to do it yourself. All right, so let's compare. I wanted to tell you or remind you that when you compare these numbers, you have to start from the greatest place, which is here in thousand. Okay, number five is what? 100,000. And number six is what? 10, okay, 10,000s place and 10,000s place and thousands place and 100,000s place. Okay, and you are going to move on to your right side from left to right because left digit is what? Yes, greater place value, right? All right, so just in case I just explain again, but I'm sure you know already. All right, so since this thousands and hundred place is equal, now we are going to compare what? Tens place, which is, yes, 5,082 is greater, right? So this sign itself is what? Less sign. Remember hungry alligator, right? So this is less sign. I'm going to just use it, less sign. Okay. And number five, 100,000 is same. 10,000 is same. Just 1,000 is same. 100 place is same. Tens place is the same, ones place is the same. So they're all equal, right? What about number six? I'm going to compare this 10,000s place, which is 4 10,000. And here there is nothing in 10,000s place, right? So greater sign, okay? So remember number four. Number four is what? Yes, less sign, equal sign, and greater sign. Hungry alligator, remember, right? Okay, number seven. Okay, I'm going to compare the 10,000s place first, which is what? 8 tens are greater. So I'm going to use greater sign. And 6,000, 4,000 compared to 400 compared to 500. Yes, 500 is greater. All right, so less sign. And number nine, this 300,000 is equal 20,000 versus 10,000. 20,000 is greater. So this is what? Greater sign. Okay, don't get confused. This symbol, okay, or sign is what? This is greater sign, less sign, and equal sign. Okay, greater, less, equal. How do you know? Let's say A compared to B. A is greater than B, right? And B to C, B is lesser, okay, lesser than C. Okay, C and D, they are equal. Remember, okay, in case I just tell you, but I'm sure you know already. From this page, I want you to pause the video and try to finish by yourself, okay? And then once you are done, you can um, you can just play again this video and then check your answers with my answer and check if you have made any mistake. It's okay to make mistake, but important thing is what? You have to know why and how you made a mistake. And try not to make the same mistake next time. That's most important. Okay, so it's okay if you didn't understand. Completely fine. Okay, but do not just pass. Okay, if you didn't understand, put star mark on it and explain. I mean, I can explain to you, so please raise your hand when we go over it together. All right, so do your best and pause the video now and come back later. All right, see you. All right, I guess you are done already, so I'm just gonna give you the answers, okay? So if you didn't understand, please put star mark on it. All right. So I'm going to start from number 10. Oh, 100 places different. Okay, so let's sign. And here, let me see. Yes, 10,000 place is different. I'm just gonna do fast because I assume you did it already, so you know the question. Okay, here, okay, thousands places different. And oh, this has 100,000 place, but this doesn't. So greater sign. And this is once digit is different, and this is okay, hundreds place is different. Okay, now I'm going to try to add all together, or you can just compare thousands place equal, but then 100 place is different. Okay, so 600 is greater than 100. All right, so now 10,000 compared to 100,000. Are you kidding me? This is too easy, right? All right, number 18. 16,000. Okay, 16,000. Good. 409. 490. Yes, it has tens place, but this word form number has no tens place. Okay, number 19. Okay, 400,000. Okay, same. 60,000. Okay, 1,000. Okay, 300. Okay, 29. Yes, they're equal. All right. Number 20. Two brands of televisions cost 1,598. Or we learned this, remember in lesson 1, we can also say 1598 because 1500 we can say, isn't it? $1,598. Okay, so 1598. Okay, sometimes you are going to hear that, okay, in many places. So 1,598 and 1,998, which is lesser price, which is cheaper. Of course, 1,598 is cheaper than 1,998, right? So I'm going to say 1,598 is cheaper. Okay, number 21. Your friend says she can tell which sum is greater without adding the numbers. How can she tell? Okay, let's see if you could. Okay, so first numbers are equal. Now you can compare which number is greater to know, okay, when you add these two numbers together, which number, okay, which is going to be greater, okay, which sum is greater. Now the first you need to see first add in is each sum is the same. Okay, so they are all equal. First number is equal, then compare the second numbers. Which one is greater? Yep, this one, 6,700, because 700 is greater than 600, right? Is greater than 600. So you can say what? 6,000, I mean, let me make it easier. I'm just gonna check. This is going to be greater because you can compare the second add-ins. Okay, A, D, D, E, and D, S. Okay, but I think some of you might not understand, so I'm going to write it again. Okay, the second add-ins. Okay, because the first number or add-ins are same or equal. Okay, let's move on to number 22. Write all of the digits that make the number greater than 23,489 and less than 26,472. All right, let's see. These tens place are equal. I mean, 10,000 place is equal, right? But then we need to pick these thousands place and compare these hundreds place. 600 is greater than 400, okay, for both. So I'm going to say the number greater than 23,489 is 23,650, which is, I can put 3 in here and also 4,000, right? And 5,000, but they say less than 26,472. So I'm going to pause in here because 23,650 and 24,650 and 25,650, they are going to meet, okay, meet the condition of the question in here. However, if I put this 26,650, which is greater than 26,472, so this is not going to meet the requirement of this question. So I cannot use 6. So the answer is what? 3, 4, or 5 in thousands place. Okay? I explained a little bit more than I think usual, but if someone didn't understand, because last year many of students got confused on these questions, so I explained a little bit more. All right, let's move on to number 23. Your friend says 38,675 is less than 9,100 because 3 is less than 9. Is your friend correct? Explain. Some of you might think, oh, well, this is too easy, but guess what? Yes, some of your friend or someone might think that way because when they don't have the concept of the place value, they might say, oh, first digit is starting with 3 versus 9, so 9 is greater. Okay, instead of comparing entire number and place value, they might have that problem, okay, or mistake, let me say. Okay, let me correct it. Okay, mistake. So please please remember, you are going to compare the first digit of place value of first digit. Okay, so in here, this first digit in these numbers, in these two numbers, are what? 10,000s compared to 1,000. So of course 10,000 has greater value. So the answer is no, your friend is not correct because 38,675 is greater than what? 9,100. This is my explanation. Okay, let's move on. Next page. Which playground costs the least? Write each number in place value chart. All right. Now yellow, I'm going to write it down. Yellow, the price of yellow playground is what? Okay, 36,000. So I have 310,000 and 6,827. 827. Okay, and green is what? 35,872. And blue is 36,927. Now order the numbers from least to greatest. Now let's compare these numbers, okay? 3 at a time. All right, here, tens place are all equal. What about the ones place? Yes, green is lesser, right? So this is the least value, 35,872 has least value. What about now? We need to compare yellow and blue still. Now let's move on to hundreds place. It has what? 800 compared to 900. Which one has greater value? Of course, 900. So I'm going to write blue has the greatest place value, which is 36,927. So automatically yellow, 36,827 is going to be in the middle. So which one? Which playground costs the least? Yes, the green one. Okay. Number 24. Who received the highest score? Did anyone beat the high score? We'll see. High score is what? 252. I'm going to write it in here. 252,980. Okay, let's compare. Who received the highest score? Anyone beat the high score? Let's see. 200,000. Same. What about, okay, tens is 5 tens, 4 tens, 4 tens. So your friend or your cousins are not going to beat this high score. Let's compare with yours and the high score, previous high score. And you got 4,000 compared to 2,000. So you beat the person who got the high score before. So, yes, the answer is what? Yes. Who received the high score? You. And did anyone beat the high score? Yes. You beat it. All right, number 25. Name two cities that have a greater population than St. Louis. So St. Louis is here. Okay, and name two cities that do not have a greater population than Oakland. Oakland is in here. So let's see. Greater than, okay, two cities have greater population than St. Louis. Let's see. Compare 300, okay, 300. All right. Um, Anchorage is not going to be there. We are going to find the greater place than 309, 319,294. Okay, so here 300, okay, Tulsa, yes, because 10,000, okay, 90,000 is greater than 10,000, and 90,000 is greater, 90,000 is greater. Okay, so we can name them what? Okay, I can say Tulsa, and yeah, Cleveland. Okay, has greater than St. Louis. What about the less? Okay, name two cities that do not have a greater population than Oakland, which is lesser population than Oakland. Okay, Oakland in here, 390,724, and Cleveland is here, 396,815. Okay, so this is greater, so Cleveland can't be here. And Anchorage, yes, is lesser, so I'm going to put this. And let's find out one more. St. Louis is lesser than Oakland. So I'm going to pick this St. Louis. All right, that's it for today. And please remember to put star mark on it if you didn't understand anything or if you have any questions. Okay? Your homework is going to be page 17 and 17, I mean, sorry, 19 and 20, and I will see you soon. Okay? Bye.